Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to day 22 of our Ramadan Kids Challenge. I'm really impressed with you all. You've been doing so well. We're nearly at the end of our challenge. We've only got another 7 or 8 days left until Eid. So well done for your participation, for watching the videos, and to all of you who've been sending in your work. Now those children who sent in their work for the last 20 days, you will be receiving your silver certificate soon. I didn't send it out earlier because I was waiting for the sad days to finish, so inshallah you'll be receiving that shortly. Keep your work coming in, and if you have been watching and haven't sent in some work, please do send me a message, send me an email to let me know that you've been watching the programs. I'll be happy to know that, inshallah. Thank you. Now today in our session we're going to talk about Laylatul Qadr a bit more. We're going to talk about your aims and goals, and also talk a little bit about the Amaz, Duas and Surahs for the night of Laylatul Qadr. So today is the 22nd of Ramadan, and tonight will be the night of the 23rd. So one of the best nights for Laylatul Qadr, one of the odd nights, and the night that we give the most significance to out of the last odd nights, the last few days of Ramadan. So on the night of Laylatul Qadr, why is it so important? It's believed that the angel Jibreel will go and visit, and the other angels go to visit the Imam, peace be upon him, and they talk to him about what you've been doing, the good acts you've done, and inshallah they'll talk then about what's going to happen in the following year, what the plan for you is in the new year, and your rewards and the things that will come to you are decided on this night, and that's why it's called the Night of Destiny, because it's discussed about what will happen to you during this year. So all the du'as that you ask for are really important, so that the Imam knows what it is that you would like this year. What would you like to have, and how are you feeling? He really wants to know that. And as we know from Surah Qadr, and you all know the meaning now as well, it's better than 1,000 months. Now I was thinking about that the other day, and I worked out that 1,000 months is nearly 80 years, about 83 years. So imagine how many days that's worth. It's so much reward. So better than about 83 years, and all your du'as are heard during this night. So that's how important it is. Now, an idea that I had was about thinking out what you're going to do on the night of Laylatul Qadr. And I know it's hard sometimes to stay awake for a long time and to do different amals and to concentrate. So this is an idea that I saw which was quite nice. And in it, for this one, you put together something called a Laylatul Qadr survival kit. So you put in some items to keep you going through the night. So I'm going to share some items with you that I have in my bag. So the first one I have is a rubber. And this is to remind me that today I can ask for forgiveness and I can rub out all of my bad deeds. So I ask Allah for forgiveness during this night. Another thing that I have in here is a battery to remind me to keep me going, to give me energy to keep going throughout the night. I also have in here a notepad and pen so that I can make some notes about all the blessings that I have, what I have to be grateful for, to remind me how I should always be grateful to Allah. Then I also have an elastic band to remind me that I can keep going. So just like this elastic band, I can stretch it and it goes back to its normal shape. There's the same way in which I can keep going and keep trying my best all the time. All right, like an elastic band. And the last thing I have in here, which you have to ask your parents if you're allowed, but I've got a few sweeties in here. So it's nice to give yourself a treat when you've done something really good. Just like Allah will reward you for all your good things, you can give yourself a reward as well. So this was just an idea I had, and this is my sort of Laylatul Qadr survival kit. So these things remind you during the night about what you are doing and why you are doing them. Oh, and there was one other item actually, which I don't think it came out. Oh, yes, the toothpick. Toothpick was there to remind me to pick the good things about people, not to think about bad things about people, to think good things about people. So that's why I had a toothpick in there. So during the night, think about how nice the people around you are and what you have to be grateful about, getting to know them and that you know them. Okay. The other thing you should do in preparation for Laylatul Qadr or during the night is think about your aims and goals. What do you want to happen in the next year? What would you like to change about yourself, or what would you like to work on? So I've got a couple of ideas here. So maybe for your body, you might think, okay, I want to do a bit more exercise maybe, or I want to go for more walks, or maybe you want to eat less junk food. You could think about how you're going to make some plans for your brain. How are you going to maybe read a bit more? Maybe if you need to learn your times tables or some spellings, maybe you can work on that this year. Also, how am I going to improve my soul? Maybe I want to learn spiritually. I maybe want to learn this ziyarat or memorize some more surahs from the Quran. And then how are you going to improve or help your heart? So maybe I could make sure I'm helping people a bit more, and make sure I'm not fighting with others. So this is just a aims and goals plan for yourself, or and a good idea to work through, thinking about what you would like to work on. Now, one of the Amaz that you will do during the night of Qadr is basically when you say the Imam's names and you're telling them that you would like to be like them. So I have a story in my storybook today about being like the Imams. All right, so have a listen to this carefully because it tells us lots of things about the Imams. The 14 Masumeen taught us how to live by the Quran. They are the best examples for us to copy and follow. So here's a dua. O Allah, help us to be like the Masumeen who you love the most. Like Muhammad, peace be upon him, give us the most excellent manners. Like Ali alayhi salam, make us brave and ready to do what makes you happy. Like Fatima alayhi salam, let us be kind and caring towards our parents. Like Hassan alayhi salam, keep us calm and forgiving. Like Hussein alayhi salam, keep us with the truthful. Like Imam Ali Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam, keep us busy in remembering you. Like Muhammad al-Baqir alayhi salam, give us knowledge that is useful. Like Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam, make us appreciate the amazing world that you have created. Like Musa al-Kazim, help us to control our anger. Like Ali al-Rida, make us pleased with whatever you have planned for us. Like Muhammad al-Taqi, make us of those who have taqwa. Like Ali al-Naqi, help us to lead the Muslims towards good. And like Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam, help us use our time to prepare for the 12th Imam. And like our 12th Imam alayhi salam, may we bring peace by acting on the teachings of the Quran and the Ahlul Bayt. So this is a bit like a dua that you can say during the night. And again, I'll put it on my website. And you can ask Allah to help you be more like the Masumeen. Now these are 3 surahs that you will read during the night. They're quite long surahs, so maybe your parents might read them and you can listen to them. Surah Ankabut we've spoken about already, and do you remember what Ankabut means? Hopefully you remember. It is the spider. Then we have Surah Rum, which is the next surah. So that was 29, and this is Surah 30, which is about the Romans. And then we have Surah Dukhan, which is about the thick smoke. And in this surah, it talks about how we should think about Allah's creation and what is around us. Now, your Islamic reminder today is, remember, we have 14 Masumeens to teach us how to live by the Quran. So we must try our best to learn from these examples and follow them. So that's your reminder for today. Your activity for today is to create your own little bag for your Laylatul Qadr night, to give you some reminders during the night, so you can look at what's inside your bag and give yourself some reminders. And show me a picture or give me a list of what you included in your bags. I'd love to see that. And now it's time for our challenge. Are you ready for our challenge? Challenge 22. Let's have a look at what your challenge is today. Now today's challenge, I thought we should link to your Amaz of Laylatul Qadr. So your challenge today is to do as much of the Amaz as you can. So challenge yourself. So maybe last year if you only did a small part, do a little bit more this year. So challenge yourself to do as much as you can. And like I said earlier, I'd love to hear from you to find out what you did and how much you got done. That would be great. Okay, thank you for watching. Inshallah, I will see you tomorrow.